The third round of the Jordan Road Surfacing BTRDA Rally Series would head to Welshpool for the start of the Plains Rally, with scrutineering taking place in the town before heading into the forests, where the real action, of course, begins. Winner last time out Matt Edwards leads the strong entry away this weekend. Luke Francis looking to gain his first win at the wheel at that WRC Fiesta. Current championship leader Paul Bird and second place Stephen Petch start the event as car 3 and 4. From the streets to the forests, onto the stages then, and it would be the early lead in the event for Luke Francis and John Roberts. After 4 stages, the pair had an 8-second advantage going into the midway service point. Part of that advantage would be due to problems for Matt Edwards and Darren Garrett, I think it was fair to say, freewheeling through the later half of stage 1 and losing time. Thankfully, they replaced the broken wheel ready for the next stages, managing to end the morning with second place overall, still well and truly in the hunt for that win.
Minus long, nips late, 82 right, and it opens for 60. Here's a 2 right.
For Paul Bird and Jack Morton, it will be third. They end the morning 12 seconds back from Edwards. The championship battle still looking good with this result. But as we know, that pair would certainly be trying for victory. It doesn't end here. The gap, in fact, back to Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson will be exactly the same. 12 seconds between them and Bird now, lying just outside the podium places in 4th. And Sasha Cackard and James Aldridge would make a good start in the Fiesta. 5th place at this stage, just 5 seconds back from Petch. Meanwhile, it will be the lead in the NR4 class for Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy at the midway point. A good start, seeing them take a 7-second advantage as the crews head into service. It wasn't without its moments though, as you might expect from a hard-charging crew such as Thompson and Murphy, going wide on one corner in stage 3 and just getting back on the line in time to avoid those big logs.
204 right.
Second in that class were Tom Norton and Will Rogers. The times were close though, the battle would be on into the afternoon stages. And also getting a look in on that battle were Pat Naylor and Ian Lawrence. Third in the class for the pair, just 11 seconds back from Norton. Richard Hill and Stefan Evans make a change from that class into the B13 class and into a Subaru. It was going well for the pair with the lead in the class after 4 stages. And second in B13 were Matthew Hurst and Declan Deere. Bad luck last time out hadn't put them off and hadn't taken the edge off that pace either. They get it right back up to speed, rounding out the top 10 as well at this stage. And for Peter Bayliss and Anthony Blythe, it will be third in that class, just outside our top 10 leaderboard in 11th place overall. The third stage of the day would provide one of our first retirements. Ian Joel and Graham Woods sliding off the road, unable to continue. So we're midway through the day then, and it's a new leader at the top of the results at this round. But with 4 more stages to go, it could all change this afternoon, and you wouldn't bet against it, not with this leaderboard. On to the afternoon stages then, and the attrition would start in earnest. We lose Tom Norton and Will Rogers. They go off the road in the 5th stage of the day, sadly requiring the ambulance. Dramatic and a bad impact, although they are both recovering well now, we're pleased to report. So there'd be change in the NR4 class. We see John Ross and Martin Oscarin stepping up to take 3rd in the class. Peter Bayliss and Anthony Blythe also gain in the overall results, but not in the class, crucially. They end the event with 3rd in B13, rounding out our top 10. No change either for Matthew Hurst and Declan Deere, making up for their misfortunes on the previous round, ending the day with 2nd in B13, 9th overall. But that means it's victory for Richard Hill and Stefan Evans, 1st in the B13 class, 8th overall in the Subaru. The earlier loss of Tom Norton from the leaderboard means that Pat Naylor and Ian Lawrence would step up to take 2nd in the NR4 class by the end of the rally. Lawrence, of course, if you've been following us so far, beaten to the class victory by Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy, extending their advantage in the class lead to over half a minute by the end of the rally. There's no change though for Sasha Cackard and James Aldridge going into the afternoon stages. They end the rally with that 5th place that they'd held for most of the day. Indeed, it's the same story for Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson. They end the rally with 4th place overall, missing out on the podium by just 8 seconds. And in those podium places, there would be a little change, but not for Paul Bird and Jack Morton, remaining in 3rd place, unable to gain any more time on that lead in the final stages. For anyone else, we'd say that's a good result. We know that Paul Bird expects more from his performance. It is still, though, a good result as far as the championship points were concerned. There was change at the top though. Luke Francis and John Roberts unfortunately dropping down from the rally lead, having to settle for 2nd place. Still a great result for them, some great points for the championship, that battle hotting up as we go into the rest of the season. But that, of course, means it's win number 2 for Matt Edwards and Darren Garrett. A great comeback from their earlier problems to take victory by 20 seconds at the end of a hard-fought event. So confirmation then of the times at the end of the rally. That 3rd place for Bird, keeping him at the top of the points table going into the next round of the series. Next up, the crews head north for their first trip out of Wales to the Carlisle stages, and we will of course be there to bring you all of the action. In the meantime, you can catch up with action from the other categories on the Plains Rally on our social media. Thank you for watching Special Stage.